So we have already discussed an example on vector space. Now I am going to discuss one more example on vector space. So coming to the example, show that the set V is equal to set of A1 comma A2 where A1 comma A2 belongs to capital R. So this is the set of all order pairs where the elements in the order pair are from a real number set capital R. So we have to prove that this set is a vector space over capital R with the operations addition and multiplication, and the operations defined as, so the sum of two order pairs a1 comma a2 plus b1 comma b2 is equal to a1 plus b1 comma a2 plus b2. It means if we want to add two order pairs, we have to add by using this definition, and the scalar multiplication as c into a1 comma a2 is equal to ca1 comma ca2, where the order pairs belongs to the set V and the constant C belongs to capital R. So by using these operations, we have to prove the set V is a vector space. So coming to the definition of vector space, in vector space definition, first we have to prove V comma plus is an abelian group, and in second condition we have to prove C alpha belongs to V or A alpha belongs to V. And coming to the third condition, we have to prove the postulates, four postulates. If we prove all these conditions, then we say that the set V is a vector space. So coming to the proof, so I have written the set given set V is equal to set of A1 comma A2 where A1 comma A2 belongs to capital R. So our claim is V of R is a vector space. We have to prove V of R is a vector space. For that I consider three elements alpha, beta, gamma. Here alpha, beta, gamma are nothing but order pairs. So A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 belongs to V. So first condition what I have to prove is V comma plus is an abelian group. So in abelian group we are having five conditions. First one is closure property, second one is associative property, third one is identity property, fourth one is inverse property, and fifth one is commutative property. So that first I am going to prove closure property. For closure property, we have to consider two elements alpha comma beta from V. Here alpha is nothing but one order pair and beta is nothing but another order pair. So now we have to add these two order pairs. So according to the definition of addition of two order pairs, we can write A1, sorry, this is A2. So A1 comma A2 plus B1 comma B2 is equal to A1 plus B1 comma A2 plus B2. Since A1 comma B1, A2 comma B2, the elements in the order pairs belongs to capital R. So the addition of A1 plus B1 should also belongs to capital R. And the addition of A2 plus B2 should also belongs to capital R. So the elements in this order pair, belongs to capital R. Whenever the elements in the order pair belongs to capital R, we say that that order pair belongs to capital V, but is by definition of V. So this order pair is nothing but the summation of alpha and beta. Therefore, alpha plus beta belongs to V. Hence, closure property holds. So I consider two elements from V, and the sum of those two elements should also belongs to V. This is closure property. So coming to the second property, that is associative property. For associative property, we have to consider three elements. One is alpha, second one is beta, and the third one is gamma. So once again here alpha, beta, gamma are nothing but three order pairs. So what I have to consider is alpha plus or beta plus gamma. So alpha is nothing but A1, A2, beta is nothing but B1, B2, and gamma is C1, C2. So first we have to add these two order pairs. So if we add these two order pairs, we get B1 plus C1 comma B2 plus C2. After that, we have to add these two order pairs. We get A1 plus or B1 plus C1, A2 plus or B2 plus C2. So since all the elements in the order pairs are the elements in capital R, and capital R is a field. So once again, by the definition of field, we can use associative property in capital R. If R is a field, then associative property clearly holds in capital R. So that A1 plus R B1 plus C1 can be written as A1 plus B1 plus C1, and A2 plus of B2 plus C2 can be written as A2 plus B2 plus C2. Now we have to separate the elements in this order pair as A1 plus B1 comma A2 plus B2 plus C1 comma C2. And once again, if we separate the elements in this order pair, we can write it as A1 comma A2 plus B1 comma B2 plus C1 comma C2. So A1 comma A2 is nothing but alpha, B1 comma B2 is beta, and C1 comma C2 is gamma. Therefore, I considered alpha plus of beta plus gamma, and the answer is alpha plus beta plus gamma. This is associative property. Coming to the third property, that is existence of identity. So we have to consider an element alpha from B. So once again, alpha is nothing but an order pair. So there exists 0 bar. So 0 bar is nothing but a 0 vector, and I am considering that 0 bar as 0 0, and 0 order pair. 0 order pair in B, such that if we add a 0 bar with alpha, so alpha plus 0 bar is equal to alpha is nothing but A1 A2, 0 bar is nothing but 0 comma 0. So if we add these two order pairs, we get A1 comma A2, which is nothing but alpha. It means if we add alpha with 0 bar, we get alpha. Similarly, if we consider beta and add with 0 bar, we get beta. So this implies that 0 bar is the identity element in B. So hence identity property holds. So coming to the inverse property, once again we have to consider an element in B. So I am considering alpha belongs to B. Here alpha is nothing but once again an order pair. So once again, by the definition of B, the elements in the order pair are from capital R. So whenever A1 comma A2 belongs to capital R and R itself is a field, by inverse property in capital R, we can write A1 belongs to R implies minus A1 belongs to R, A2 belongs to R implies minus A2 belongs to R. So whenever minus A1 comma minus A2 belongs to R, we can write minus of A1 comma A2 order pair belongs to B. This is by the definition of B. So if we take minus common from this order pair, we get minus alpha belongs to B. So I consider alpha belongs to B and I get minus alpha belongs to B. If we add these two elements, alpha and minus alpha, we get 0 bar. This implies that the inverse of alpha is minus alpha. Hence, inverse property holds. So coming to the next property, commutative property, we have to consider two elements. One is alpha and the second one is beta. So now I am considering alpha plus beta. So which is nothing but A1 A2 plus B1 B2. So the sum of these two order pairs can be written as A1 plus B1 comma A2 plus B2. So A1 plus B1 can also be written as B1 plus A1. And similarly, A2 plus B2 can be written as B2 plus A2. And once again, if we separate these, the elements in this order pair, we get B1 comma B2 plus A1 comma A2. B1 comma B2 is nothing but beta, and A1 comma A2 is nothing but alpha. So I considered alpha plus beta, and I have proved beta plus alpha. This is commutative property with respect to addition. So B satisfies all the conditions of abelian group. So closure property, associative property, inverse property, existence of identity property, and commutative property. Therefore, we say that B comma plus is an abelian group. So that is the first condition in vector space definition. So coming to the second condition, so we have to consider an element from scalar field, that is C from capital R, and an element from B, that is alpha from B. So if you multiply C alpha, that C alpha should belongs to B. What we have to say? So that I consider C alpha. So C alpha is equal to C into A1 comma A2. Once again, by the definition of scalar multiplication, we can write it as CA1 comma CA2. Since A1 comma A2 belongs to capital R, CA1 comma CA2 should also belongs to capital R. Whenever CA1 comma CA2 belongs to capital R, that order pair should belongs to capital B. So this is nothing but C alpha. C alpha belongs to capital B. So this is second condition in vector space definition. After that, we have to prove the postulates. So coming to the postulates, we have to consider alpha comma beta from B and A comma B from capital R. So first condition, what I have to consider is A into alpha plus beta. So A is nothing but constant, whereas alpha and beta are order pairs. So after writing the order pairs in place of alpha and beta, now we have to add those two order pairs. So which is a1 plus b1 comma a2 plus b2. Now we have to multiply this order pair with small a, so that we get aa1 plus ab1 comma aa2 plus ab2. Now we have to separate this order pair so that we get aa1 comma aa2 plus ab1 comma ab2. So if we take a common from first order pair, we get a into a1 comma a2, and if we take a common from second order pair, we get a into b1 comma b2. So this is nothing but a into alpha plus a into beta. So a into alpha plus beta is equal to a alpha plus a beta. This is first postulate. So coming to the second postulate, so I have to consider a plus b into alpha. So this is equal to a plus b into alpha is nothing but order pair a1 comma a2. So once again you have to multiply this order pair with a plus b, so that I have written a plus b into a1 comma a plus b into a2. So after multiplying, we get aa1 plus ba1 comma aa2 plus ba2. So once again we have to separate the elements in this order pair, so that we get aa1 comma aa2 plus ba1 comma ba2. Once again, if we take a common in this order pair, we get a into a1 comma a2, and if we take b common from this order pair, we get b into a1 comma a2. So which is equal to a alpha plus b alpha. So a plus b into alpha is equal to a alpha plus b alpha. That is second postulate. So coming to the third postulate, we have to consider ab into alpha. So ab into alpha is nothing but a1 comma a2. So once again, we have to multiply the order pair with the ab, so that we get ab into a1 comma ab into a2. Since all the elements in the order pair are the elements in Kepler, and Kepler is a field, so that by the associative property in Kepler with respect to multiplication. So by the associative property with respect to multiplication, we can write ab into a1 as a into ba1, and similarly ab into a2 as a into ba2. So this is by multiplicative associative property. Since R is a field, so whenever R is a field, we are having a condition associative property with respect to multiplication. So if we take a common from this order pair, we get a into ba1 comma ba2. Once again, if we take b common from this order pair, we get a into b into a1 comma a2, and this is equal to a into b alpha. So this is third postulate. Coming to the fourth one, we have to consider 1 into alpha. So 1 into alpha is nothing but order pair a1 comma a2. If you multiply 1 with this order pair, we get 1a1 comma 1a2, which is equal to a1 comma a2. This is alpha. So 1 into alpha is equal to alpha. This is fourth postulate. Therefore, B satisfies all the conditions of vector space definition. Therefore, B is a vector space over Kepler, or this can be written as P of R is a vector space. Thank you.